Well, last night, YCN took to the basketball court to follow the Sunapee girls as they defended their home court against Derryfield. The undefeated Sunapee girls basketball team was visited by their longtime rival, the Cougars of Derryfield, last night. The Laker defense and easy baskets led to 28-3 for a first quarter lead. The second quarter was much of the same as Sunapee outscored Derryfield 16-4 and took a commanding 44-7 lead going into halftime. In the third, the Sunapee girls held Derryfield to 2 points and worked on their passing and outside shooting game and led 66-9 going into the last quarter. Coach Tim Latora cleared his bench in the middle of the fourth and let the younger players get some playing time in before putting his starters back in to finish the game strong. The Sunapee girls team continues its balanced scoring with Lexi Hamilton leading all scorers with 19 points and 11 rebounds. Katie Frederick had 16 points, 16 rebounds. Faith Larpeter had 14 points, and Sydney Clark racked in 11. Sunapee, who is 16-0 on the season and is on top of the standings in Division 4, plays Hinsdale away tomorrow night. The Lakers continue to roll with this easy 76-20 win over the Cougars. Now let's take a look at the YCN scoreboard to check out some local results. In boys basketball, Bellows Falls was able to exact some revenge on Twin State rival Fall Mountain last night with a 47-38 come-from-behind win, making up for their January loss. The Terriers led 9-1 after the first quarter and 24-21 at the half. Fall Mountain took a 34-29 lead into the fourth quarter, where the Terriers hit 11 of 16 free throw attempts. For Bellows Falls, Shane Clark finished with a game-high 27 points. Cam Bushway was the high scorer for Fall Mountain with 10. At 9-10, the Terriers will look to finish the season at 500 on Saturday against Leland and Gray. Between Hanover and Co. Brown, Martin Paulson came off the bench to sink 3 3-pointers, having a game-high of 15 points in for the Marauders, now at 6-7. It was their 5th win in 6 games, with Dom Linehan lacking in 12 on the night. Pat Dyruff dropped in 11 of his own. Hanover goes to Kingswood on Friday night. On the ladies' court now, between Windsor and Springfield, Ashley Wilcox had 18 points and Annika Abramansion had 9 for the Yellow Jackets, who are now 8-9. The teams entered the fourth quarter tied, but Windsor pulled out the win in a game that was much closer than the final score indicated, that being 44-34 Windsor. The Yellow Jackets host Fairhaven on Friday. In boys ice hockey now, between Hanover and Pelham, Hanover scored 2 quick goals within 37 seconds, and 4 total during the first period on their way to a 7-0 win, pulling them into the 7th place in Division 1. Up next for the Marauders is top-ranked Bishop Guertin, who's 10-1, on the road on Saturday. Between Hartford and St. Johnsbury, the Hurricanes scored in each period to improve to 11-7. Ben Rouillard scored off a Nate Lomo assist. Jordan McReynolds tailed the second, and Lomo tallied with assists from Rouillard and Kyle Weeks. The Canes had 14 saves from Richie Morrill. And finally, between Woodstock and Stowe, Stephen Townley stroked in the game-winning goal with a minute 24 left in overtime, as the top-ranked Wasp, who are 15-1-1 on the season, took down the third-place Raiders, who are 13-5-0, at Union Arena in overtime. Stowe's Chad Haggerty scored the first goal of the game, a short-handed one in the second period. Woodstock answered later in the period as Townley fed Cullen McCarthy. Jason Drebber stopped 18 shots for Woodstock, which visits Linden on Saturday.